as you said there's three major steps that we go through, but at the front end of that is this migration assessment, which is essentially that discovery phase that Tendai mentioned that we had gone through with our customers on other professional services agreements. And what we do there is we spend a couple of weeks with your experts, make sure that we understand the foundations and the special cases and use cases in your environment, which includes things like reviewing your overall architecture, capturing all the versions of the components in your Hadoop stack, learning how data gets into your system, how what you're producing from it. We assess and get information on the programming languages and the third-party dependencies that you may be using to access the data, and take a look at what backup recovery and regression testing is in place, because that's key to the success of this. Is the more mature your processes that are there, the more smooth the overall migration tends to go. So using that information, then we chart a plan for doing a base install and migration of your data and services to establish your independence, like Matthew was saying, from that previous platform. That often times means that there's this interim step that has open source equivalents that most closely match your vended environment. And then separately, we document a plan for the subsequent steps required to get from that independent environment to the OpenLogic Hadoop bundle, the reference implementation that Matthew mentioned. That is also 100% open source. Tendai, is there anything here you'd like to add to kind of help everyone understand how this all comes together?
I think you covered it pretty well, Tim. What I may highlight is the ability for us to do migrations without needing to move the data. We're able to do what the point E mentioned, side-by-side installation. So if you're running Cloudera currently, we would install the open source equivalent of those, of the Hadoop stack on the same hosts as you're currently running Cloudera, where the data resides, so that we are able to then convert to the open source Hadoop stack on those same hosts and leaving the data in place. So that can solve a number of problems, with being able to move the data around, which can be very expensive if you're going to be provisioning new hosts to do that. And also, it allows you to be able to have the ability to switch back if there's any unexpected occurrences that happen there. So I just wanted to highlight that.
Yep, good point.